Hi, this is Kristy Moore. I've been selling real estate for 12 years. Our team of highly trained professionals, along with our marketing plan, has sold over 700 homes all over the DC market. And this is how we do it. Hi, this is Kristy, and today I want to talk about how you can make sure your buyer wins in a multiple offer situation. So when we have a multiple offer situation in this market, generally a buyer is going to be competing with anywhere from 2 to 20 offers, depending on the property and location and price. So it's really important that you protect your buyer, but you also win the deal. So I generally deal with listings, so I have a very different perspective as far as what wins a deal for a buyer, because I get offers all the time on our listings and I know what other buyer agents are doing. So the first thing you need to understand is that most buyer agents are not going to be winning the deal. They're not even going to be in the ballpark. Generally, it's going to be between two people. There's generally two people that are fighting for that property over and above all the other people, even if there's 20 offers on the table. So the first thing that you need to do is stay in communication with the listing agent. I can't tell you how many times I have buyer agents write offers on my properties and they never even call me. They never even talk to me. I don't even know who I'm dealing with. If I have a buyer agent that is in communication with me and they are showing me that they're a good agent, they're aggressive, and they want to win the deal, I'll be more apt to stay in the communication with them and maybe even give them some hints of how they can win the deal. Especially if they're knowledgeable and they make sure that I know they're not going to be complicated throughout the process. As a seller's agent, I want to make sure I'm dealing with a good buyer agent because I don't want to make drama for my seller. And I also don't want the deal to fall apart. So you want to make sure that you're building good rapport with the listing agent, you're staying in communication with them, you're showing them that you want to win the deal, and you're showing them that you're not going to cause all kinds of drama throughout the transaction. So the next thing you want to make sure you have is a very solid approval letter. And I'm not talking about a pre-approval letter, I'm talking about a conditional approval letter. So what that means is that your buyer's already been through underwriting, they have all their documents submitted to the lender, and the lender is doing a TBD approval. That means all they need is a property. So that way you can do short financing and appraisal contingencies or none at all. You can also show the listing agent that the buyer's already through underwriting, there's nothing to worry about, and this is going to be a smooth deal. Another good thing to do is have the lender call the listing agent. When a lender calls me or a lender reaches out to me directly, it goes way above and beyond all the other offers when I know that I'm dealing with a really good lender. It's really, really tough dealing with lenders that don't respond to phone calls, don't get back to you, and we know that that's just going to continue throughout the deal. So I know that's going to be a bad deal for my seller. So if you can make sure that the lender reaches out to the listing agent, that will be a good deal for them. The next thing is you want to make sure that your inspection contingency is very tight, meaning it's a short deadline and you're either not going to ask for repairs or you're doing it for informational purposes only, or that you're not going to ask for anything that's over a certain dollar amount. Obviously, the best option is to do it for informational purposes only if you're competing with a number of people. But generally speaking, most agents still have a home inspection contingency in there. You can also do a pre-inspection, meaning you have an inspection before you even write the offer. If there's an offer deadline on the property, you can have the inspector go out to the property and do an inspection, so then that way the buyer already knows what they're getting into and you can waive the inspection completely. You waived your inspection completely, you have short or no financing deadlines, and you can guarantee the listing agent that this is going to be a smooth and easy transaction. You will win the buyer the deal. The last thing though is price. It doesn't always boil down to price. If you have really solid terms, you generally can get a better price for the buyer. But if the agent doesn't know any better and all they're looking at is price, you need to make sure that you have some type of escalation clause in the property. An escalation clause allows the buyer's offer to automatically escalate above the highest offer or any other offer up to a certain price. Generally, we go very, very aggressive on our top line price because at the end of the day, the risk that the buyer has is that they're still only paying a few $1,000s over the highest offer. If you feel as though it's going to be an appraisal problem, you can leave the appraisal in there and still win with price. It just depends on your buyer's comfort level, their financing background, and your comfort level with the price that they finally end up with. Using all of those strategies, you have a pretty good chance, almost 100% chance of actually winning the deal. I know because I get 10, 20 offers on my listings all the time, and if somebody comes in with all of those items, they're generally gonna win the deal. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any other questions, feel free to call, text, or email me.